So how
Where's my
did the
favorite?
ant get chosen as
the
the
ant
honored
chosen?
animal this year?
Well, last year, as you remember, it was a porcupine, and everybody was very prickly. It seemed to me this year, this was a year more of not so much observing people's behavior, but it was more about what do we need to learn? Where are we in the world right now? And the world feels very divided. The ant is a creature that works in community. Everything is, working together. That's how they get things done. In fact, there's a theme song this year, High Hopes. You know that song? But everybody knows that ant can't move a rubber tree plant, but he has high hopes. So there was something about hope, very much about hope, and the hope coming from working together. So I think that the attempt this year with Sinterklaas, in a way, is to create community and to bring people together so that we can work together to make the world a better place, and a better place for the children, because Sinterklaas is all about the children. So I think it was that. I think it was really this desire to bring everyone together and have a creature who would teach us something about working together. And so that's how it was decided. And so, yeah, that's what we did. And one of the really funny stories is that everybody was like, oh, you should be the queen ant. And I was like, no, I'm not the queen of anything. That's not my job. There are other people who are going to play queen ants, but I'm not. But then I read this book called Planet of the Ants. And in that book, they describe the role of the queen. And the opening sentence is, it's not that the queen has this royal lifestyle where she doesn't have to do anything. It's just that she's too stupid to do anything. And apparently after she gets, fertilized, and she starts producing eggs, and she kind of becomes mindless. And I was thinking, oh yeah, that's a role I would really like. And that kind of describes me, because at that point, all I was doing was making all those ants. And I thought, that's me, mindless queen making lots of ants. So I kind of, in secret, have accepted that role of queen. So there's that. But there's the beauty too is there's so much science involved in this, and we were lucky to get this wonderful scientist, Daniel Kronauer, head of the ant lab. It's actually got a better name. He's studying social organization. He's looking about how groups work together, how groups work within their group, but with other groups as well of ants. There are 12,000 species of ants. They've been on the planet a lot longer than us, and they do a lot of good for the planet, which is questionable whether we're doing good things for the planet right now. So there's another lesson. And so Daniel Kronauer got involved in this project, and he came up one day, and I had made about 40 ants by that point. And one of the marvelous things, we had wonderful conversations, and just before he left, he went into the room where I had the 40 ants, and he said, I just have to do this before I leave. He said, the way you tell an ant from every other insect is the shape of their antenna. And he said, your antennae are not right. He went around the room and he fixed the antennas on all of the ants. And I thought, oh, this guy is just perfect for us. So he's going to be there on Sinterklaas Day. We have a lot of plans for him that are going to be a surprise. He has no idea what's going to happen to him, but it's really going to be fun. There's also going to be an anteater, much like the gadfly last year, who caused a lot of trouble. And this anteater, we don't know what it's going to do, but it's coming. There are big ant puppets being made, of course, for the parade. And so there's a lot of focus on all of this and learning from them. I've commissioned 10 dance companies to portray different kinds of ants, fire ants. There'll be honey pot ants that their abdomens turn from boring, just typical sort of ant abdomen. Suddenly they open them up in their can-can skirts and they dance the can-can. So lots of stuff is planned that day. There'll be a queen ant in the courtyard, and all of these dance companies will come as carpenter ants and thief ants and acrobat ants, and they'll perform for her and for everyone else, of course. But they're really there to perform for the Queen. And the Queen will be giving out larvae that will have little messages on it for all the kids. They're ping pong balls that she's written a message on. That's Kate Johnson. So there's so much planned for the day. It's hard to talk about all of it, but certainly the ants, the leaf cutter ants that will be going around town. So many wonderful things are going to happen on this day. So
Best of luck.
that's what we're doing.